Okay, what do I want to do next? So this is the person, the bosun's mate. I'm wondering if that is the other guy that died on this one. Let's guess. Again, just guessing. If we get in the next 3 right, we can then remove the ones that was wrong up until that point. Did we get this guy right? We know he got stabbed by, we know how he died. Maybe it's Paul Moss. Nope. No, Paul Moss died upstairs when the others tried to escape. So in this battle,
let them go!
I wasn't talking much. I think the one that said let him go must have been the captain. Let him go. So this guy, do we know who this guy is yet? Okay, so it's one of the passengers. We just don't know which one is the right passenger. Either Emily Jackson or Miss Jane Bird. And, ooh, that's an idea. But the younger looking of the two is Miss Jane Bird. Should be that one. I think so. Or not. Either Emily Jackson or Miss Jane Bird. No, I think it's Miss Emily Jackson. Paul. By Leonard Volkov. Whoa! There we go. 3 more fates. Paul Moss. Galligan in Bengthea. And Leonard Volkov was shot by Emily Jackson. Sweet. The others that we haven't got yet that we guessed, we have to modify. Okay. So yeah, it's a little bit of brute forcing. Luck. But game mechanics. Clever use of game mechanics. Crew. So guessing this guy being Charles Minor was not correct. I think, was it? This one was blown to smithereens with the cannon. Oh no. Okay, and that one was wrong, and still Lars Linde. I'm pretty sure this one is right. So talk about the Dane. Oh, I've guessed this one wrong as well. It's not Ibrahim Akbar that died of the illness. And that is not the name of the person that died of the illness. The picture is right. It's just not the right name to the picture. So this is not Ibrahim Akbar. Ibrahim Wasson. Okay. So that one was guessed. This one was guessed as well. Unless it's not Lars Linde. But they do talk about the Dane in that scene. Okay, it's this guy. Pretty sure we got these two right, because this is the angry guy saying you killed my brother, and we got the brother right, being crushed by cargo, and he was in that scene as well. I'm pretty sure it's right. And so we got one Russian surviving. We've got one Russian that drowned outside. That was in the escape stealing party. That stole the treasure. So one Russian and one Chinese man. One of these four was out there as well. Hold on, just checking something. Samuel Galligan. Just trying to fill out who was the party that tried to escape with the treasure. And Samuel Galligan was one. There's the second, mate's Stewart. The guy with the pipe. Who was this guy. Also in there, and then there's the Russian and the Chinese guy. And this is the guy that shouted "Mutiny, mutiny" in that one scene and got knifed for it. He was called a fresh bastard. Okay. Check if there's others we guessed that might be wrong. The fourth mate. Who's the fourth mate? John Davies. We'll have to figure out who the purser is. Guy from Scotland. So we think we know who they are. Emily Jackson, Miss Jane Bird, because we got Emily Jackson right. Hold on. In terms of that scene, so this is Emily Jackson. We think they're alive because they escaped on the boat. This is Miss Jane Bird, Captain's wife, Captain Stewart. The last surviving guys. So the Russians, we're starting to really get to know all the people that lived on the ship. I want to know who this guy is. He's kind of the enforcer. This might be one of the other Chinese. So 1, 2, 3. You can see maybe this guy as well. Chinese topman. Yeah, so we previously guessed this guy's name as the guy from Sierra Leone. That didn't work. We're pretty sure he drowned. Maybe it's the guy from Mama. Is that? So we guessed this guy's name. We now guess this guy's name. Guess the other Russian. There's 2 other Russians there. Alexei Toporov. Or Marcus Nikishin. Either of them. Okay, I think that's what we can. And then there's the one Russian that also went with the people that escaped. Hold on, check this out. In the calling, one of the Russians died here. I think they got pulled overboard, yeah. So one of the Russians, let me just check. Yeah. We think it's this guy. Okay. So, of the 3 guesses we've made so far, not all 3 of them are right. Okay, we are in the scene still. Okay, so who is escaping? So 4th mate, Stewart. Hold on, who's sitting down there? Is that the Miss? Yeah. surgeon and passenger. Lieutenant Volkov objected to it. First mate and Henry Brennan. Let's see what's going on. However, it's happening at the same time as this scene. So look at this. So we saw one scene where he was listening. So this is the fourth mate. So the fourth mate's steward is escaping. He's going to stab this guy. This is the fresh bastard that was shouting mutiny, mutiny. Who would be called a fresh bastard? Maybe a midshipman? Not one of these. Might be Timothy Butemont. But he talks with an English accent when he's dying. Maybe Lewis Walker? George Shirley or Alexander Booth. It's not related to the first mate, even though the first mate watches over him when he dies. I think it's one of the English guys. Got a nice language, and it then says, I tried to pull tell Pete's mother I tried to help him. So he knows Pete, hold on. Assume he knows Pete. So Pete that died is Peter Midroy. So it's probably then the other midshipman, Thomas Lank. The best guess as to who this person is. The new Pete that died. We tried to save Pete that died. Got stabbed in the back by this guy. And then this guy got upset with this guy about his unnecessary aggressiveness, escalation of the situation, and objected and shot his head off. And so the situation escalated from just venting anger to actual mutiny and death. Yeah, so we think this guy's Paul.
Last one. Move quick.
Boy, you'll not take the last one.
Oh, look out!
Let them go.
So Leonard Burkov killed. First mate Stewart. Let them go. This guy was leaving. Was leaving. Last one. And Leonard Volkov objected. Yeah, so over here you can see he's listening. Oh, I can hear what you're talking about. Okay. Who are we still missing? Don't know what happened to Martin Burrow. We don't know who Charles Minor is, even though they reference the Frenchman as being torn apart. The bosun's Frenchman being torn apart. Henry Evans, we know he's escaped because he was on that life raft at the end. Don't know what happened to him after that, but don't know who the purser is. Captain Stewart. We think he got thrown in the rig, or the brig, with the beasts. Fourth mate Stewart. We think he escaped on the life raft as well. There's a few of these guys. I think I'll try and check the lighting guy again. There's quite a few of the topmen was up there. That's when the crabs start crawling up. There's not a lot of talking going on. Yeah, so we start seeing the crabs coming. I think that's Nicholas Bottrell over there. Spear. Unknown. This is a top man. Takes top man skills to so it's either Timothy Buteman or Lewis Walker, because the other ones are China guys. Might be China. All those twos we can't actually see. Unless it's tribal and it's New Zealand. Or Australian, let me check. I don't think we've got France, Scotland, India, China, Russia, Wales, India, Sierra Leone. No. Leonard Volkov. That guy. I wonder if we can then guess this guy, if he's not one of the China guys. Probably say he is either the Scottish guy, Buteman, or Lewis Walker. Lewis Walker? Okay. I think that's the guy that just got thrown overboard near the end. Who's the other topman in this one? No, that was that guy that fell from the top. Guy that got speared in part 2. Yeah, just as the crabs came over the side.
What is it?
Yeah, so Nick Bottrell was the first one to be speared. Guy struck with lightning, still falling down. This guy there. Maybe he's the person. Disappeared in the doom. Drowned, drowned. Wait a minute. Ah. This chapter will remain unknown until you leave the ship and return the book to me, H.E. Okay. Unknown topman met an unknown fate. The doom is the Kraken attack one. So the Kraken attack started on this one.
Let me on. Over my dead body, you bloody Dane. Huh? How's that?
There's no cause for trouble, boys. Get in the boat.
Huh? Thought I'd forget. You killed my brother. What? That was an accident. The robes.
It wasn't his fault. I saw the whole thing.
Lies. I shouldn't have waited so long.
No, don't.
So this is where that guy dies. Just check. So he got smashed. Wait a minute. Unless this is actually the brother. Because he's got a knife in his hand. So maybe he tried to go after this guy. That doesn't make sense. Because we didn't see this guy. We saw this guy in that crushing scene on the second floor. Didn't see this guy. Maybe this is the Dane. You crushed my brother. So him again, probably one of those scenes I might get confused, that he was actually trying to come after this guy with a shank. And then this guy's just defending himself. It was an accident. And this is the bloody Dane. No, it is Nathan Peters. Okay, that's a bit weird. Well, let's back to Dane.